the topics.
Like as we go through the topics.
Yeah, like you want to talk about the masculinity thing first or liberal thing? I just threw them on there.
Maybe we can talk about my thing first since the election right here. You think so?
That's fine.
Lit.
All right.
Oh shit! I ain't got the music.
That's fine. I don't see the line.
It's a rare condition this day and age
but we on live.
to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition.
We live for
of the grand design.
We're gonna keep thinking.
I mean, we ain't got no music this week, so I figured I'd rock it out myself.
You with the Family Matters.
I figured I'd rock it out myself. I mean, every black person should know that song anyway. So, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Cultivated Ignorance. I am Will, the host.
I am Mike, the favorite host. Back at you again.
And if y'all don't know, and if y'all can't notice, we are in a brand new space.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Turn us
up! I didn't know we were here.
We are definitely in a new studio. We are out of the house,
our basements,
right? Finally.
Thank God.
So, let us know how y'all like the setup. We got some posters back here behind us. Jimi Hendrix, Dear White People. Really missed this show.
Oh yeah.
And Selma. So yeah.
Yeah, man, we blacking it up, man. Thanks to Thad. Show love to Thad. Shout out to Thad, our producer in the background, who deals with our nonsense on a regular basis and still somehow puts up with us.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So this week we got a dope show for y'all. We are going to be talking about the radical left and the radical right. I know oftentimes on Facebook you see the cancel culture going crazy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that because it seems to be getting buck wild.
A little bit.
And Mike has a topic. He said women hurt his feelings. It's essentially the title of the topic is essentially women hurt my feelings.
See, I'm trying to look out for my homeboys out here who I know women be going in on sometimes. And you know you want to call out toxic men and stuff, but sometimes we just need to be heard and be felt, and they be trying to hear us, man. That's all I'm saying.
You sound like an R&B song right now.
I'm a poet, so that's what happens.
All right. So as you can see, we have this lovely space. So please note that this stuff costs money.
I'm spending thousands of dollars on the show now.
So if you have not already, please treat it just like your OnlyFans. $5 a month to join our Patreon. You get exclusive content. And after that, just like them chicks that, be doing that stuff and you done.
What stuff they be doing?
They be doing things.
And what do you be done with?
They be yourself.
You be finished.
Yeah, man, it's only $5 a month. Check us out. We got exclusive content. We just finished the Lovecraft reviews.
Oh yeah.
Lovecraft, extremely dope show.
Very dope show.
And we're about to jump on this Fargo come next week.
I'm already on it. You need to catch up.
I'm in the middle of episode 1. Unfortunately, I fell asleep.
Oh my God, you was fucking coon, man.
What? Okay, you doing
black.
too much. Okay, you doing too much.
You can't do nothing.
You're doing too much with the coon reference. Okay.
This is what it is, man.
So, anyways, join the Patreon.
Please do. Oh, shout out to the patrons we already have, who, by the way, have DM me and saying how much they love the reviews. And like I said, man, it's just $5. It's $5. That's all we need just to eat. Cause we can't eat. We didn't spend all the money on this. We can't eat. We got no food no more. So yeah, that's all we asked for.
Word up. So, political times.
Political.
In these political times, I know like the cancel culture's kind of become a thing of its own. Mm-hmm. Cancel people for this reason, cancel people for that reason. At first it seemed to be, I don't know if it was ever legit because you really can't cancel nobody.
Yeah, no.
But it seems to have gotten worse.
Gotten real.
Especially since Donald Trump got elected. I remember back in the day, you would have people saying, "Oh, whoever voted for Donald Trump, I can't fuck with them no more."
Bruh, delete me now if you voted for Donald Trump. Like,
yeah. So, your boy 45 is about to win again.
No,
just let that be known.
No, he's not, bro.
45 about to win.
No, he's not, bro. Stop.
Okay.
No, he's not.
Well, okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna read a Facebook post that conservative. I don't know about friend, but
your bestie. Go ahead. Y'all share the same thoughts.
A conservative Facebook friend posted, and I feel like it's a little true. And so she posted, so basically in a nutshell, is all you Democrats can say whatever the hell you want, and it's okay if your opinion is different. But I, as a Republican, can't have opinions, and if I do, I lose friends. What the hell is wrong with you fools? You fools. I'm not staying quiet no more. But she meant quiet. I'm not staying quiet no more. If I lose friends, then you were never a friend. You were a fake. I'm used to it. Deal with it.
That's when it got
as
personal.
A kid in church.
That's when it got personal.
All my so-called friends really weren't. I'm so done with trying to keep friends, even if they're fake. I don't need you all. Slam post. But so yeah, like I said, she's a conservative. But so it I guess it begs the question that like, are the liberals the main people that like participate in cancel culture, despite being supposed to be liberal and progressive? Like, because I feel like it's kind of true. Like, I don't ever see conservative people talk about, oh, we got to cancel this motherfucker or this. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, like, conservative people cancel people by dismissing like people's oppressions, like on a regular basis. Like the thing I struggle with a lot of conservative people, especially black conservatives, is like
you wanna.
They say some fuck shit like systemic racism don't exist, police brutality doesn't exist, gay people don't need rights, whatever, and they think it's just like I'm just having my opinion. But when you say some shit like that, that is actually harmful to people. So when people react and insult you, you take it as like, oh, I can't have an opinion. Y'all just want to cancel me. So it's like a thin line. Like it's like if you saying some fuck shit, you gonna get some fuck shit. Will you not? Like
I suppose you could get some resistance, like to your thought process, like your shit being fucked up. But like to say like I'm done with you altogether, like society needs to be done with you.
I don't have any right to say who has, the society needs to be done with you. But if you're literally dismissing people's oppressions, like, if like, especially as another black person, if you're telling people like,
we're not talking about just black people here.
No, I'm not just talking about black. I'm just saying like anybody. If you're saying like this shit that like affects countless people of color just doesn't exist, how can you not expect some fuck shit to come back at you?
But to say we're going to cancel you, like society should just be, because that's literally what we're saying. Like society should just be done with you.
What's the proper response if you dismissing other people's?
Haven't we talked about engaging in conversation? Like
I agree, yeah, if you can, but I'm saying in that conversation, and I'm speaking from experience, like with people who I know are conservative, who you try to engage in conversation, and they repeatedly dismiss your life experience and say like, nah, you're just making it up, or like, nah, you're brainwashed by the liberal media. Like,
bro, if 45 said the liberal media is liars, like it's
bro,
got to be true.
If this man that's my main thing. Like this man 45 can just like literally dismiss anything that disagrees with him as false news, fake news, and that's the most like insulting thing.
He's president.
That's the most insulting thing. This man,
it's got to be true, right?
You from the other side. That's what I'm. If you can't, I don't know this person. I don't follow her. Thank God, because she been wild. I might have unfollowed her on purpose. But like I said, if you're spewing like some stuff that's actually like oppressive to people, like, is it the fact that they're so?
No, I think it's the fact. It's not necessarily the fact that you're spewing stuff that oppresses people. It's the fact that you don't agree with what the oppressed people believe.
But oppressed people are telling you.
It's like it's like the thing where we had the conversation with gay people. Remember, like, I think we had some conversation saying, if you're a black person, or if you're any person that doesn't believe in, what was it? Shit. Oh yeah, we were saying like if you're a black person that's a Christian, right? Mm-hmm. Are you supposed to like go out to gay pride, gay rallies if the gay rally is about like black people dying?
Yeah, I asked that question to you, I think.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't think you're necessarily obligated to do so. So I think this is in kind of that same vein where like, I don't necessarily have to agree with what you're talking about, and I shouldn't be penalized for not agreeing because it's all opinion.
But not all of his opinion though. We are talking about factual things.
Well, yeah, some things are factual, but I'm saying like the thought that somebody deserves more rights or the other. Like in theory, yeah, yes, everybody deserves equal rights. but some people don't agree, and I think that's opinion.
So with the stuff but the specific stuff that you're disagreeing with, though, like for instance, if we're sitting here, we had somebody on the show, and they say like police brutality is not a thing, or like they said straight up like racism is not a thing. Is that something you can just have a simple disagreement with somebody with? There's someone who's just blatantly denying like racism is a thing.
I mean, I think you would have a disagreement. It would be probably it'd be probably very tense.
But that's not just a disagreement. That's somebody just denying a truth, right?
I mean, yes, if somebody says racism does not exist, yes.
So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to things like that, where there are people out there, like there are conservatives who straight up deny these things to be not true, and we know them to be fact. It's not a matter of just like you're entitled to your opinion. That's like something different.
But that's the same thing like when liberals or progressive people, whoever you want to call them, say God doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's like the same exact thing. Because one truth to one person could be completely different to another.
I think that's when it gets tricky. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think that's when it gets tricky because, I mean, I was gonna say, God is not necessarily a tangible thing. Like you can like, walk outside and see racism, but you can't necessarily walk outside and see God. But some people do believe you can't walk outside and see God. So it's like, it's tricky, man. It's sketchy. But the main point of the topic, though, like I don't believe in canceling people. We both don't believe in like canceling people. And the main thing you were asking is like, have liberals become like worse with that? I think so in a lot of ways. Like,
isn't it ironic? Like the people who's supposed to be for everybody are the main ones Xing people out. Ain't that?
Well, it's ironic, but at the same time, it's not because you can see that it's a clear.
You think like they have to have that hard stance of like?
I don't think they have to, but there's a clear advantage to taking that. There's a clear power trip that can be had by taking control of a certain demographic of people that you've never been able to control at all. When you've been marginalized and never felt any type of power.
Didn't we talk about this the other day?
I feel like we did.
It was some, I can't remember.
Oh, I know what we were talking about. Oh, okay. This might be top of another show. We were talking about members of the LGBTQ community and like people. I don't want to explain. I'm gonna wait till another show. I don't want to misword it and it'd be something different. But
and you get canceled.
I know, right? But that's what we're trying to say was clearly, like if you were a person who's been powerless your whole life, and now you finally had the power to take away like somebody's whole career, who you've seen as having a hand in oppressing you all this time, for you to be like, go back and search through their Twitter archives and find them saying some, I don't know, homophobic shit.
Yeah. And
to like tear down their whole career, that's some power.
I mean, yeah.
So I think there is an agenda of people like seeking power they never had before.
Can we stop this old tweets? Digging up old tweets thing?
Bro, it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop.
This shit is old.
But like at the same time, some people need to be called out. So it's like, what's the limit? What's the line?
I mean, yeah, people need to be called out, of course, but like, they don't need to be canceled. Nobody should be. I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle.
All right. I want to ask people in the comments. So y'all appreciate y'all's comments. We can go back and read them. But so you believe no one should ever be canceled ever, even if they're spitting like pure hatred, pure lies, like clearly have the power to skew information and actually make people brainwash people.
So you're talking about Donald Trump here?
Yeah, I'm talking about Donald Trump. Yeah. Like,
Donald Trump.
This nigga can literally say anything he wants, and like people are going crazy believing it, and it's leading to people actually dying, like actually literally dying.
That's just a liberal agenda, man.
I'm trying to be serious. Like, you don't think that should be he should be able to be canceled?
Golly, boy.
I know it's your boy, man. Go ahead. It's a real question.
Like, I'm gonna say no.
Why?
He needs a fucking muzzle put on him.
That's being canceled. You just want Donald Trump to talk.
I just feel like there's more to gain from having anybody there, even if it's somebody. Because see, like even him spreading lies, it's
that.
a function. It's a function. It has informed us in a way. It has woken us up. You can't deny that.
Those of us who were willing
Who? Okay, those of us who are willing to what?
to like actually create change for ourselves and not rely completely on the president. Like I think it has put a battery in the back of like grassroots, social justice and organizations or people who just want to create, you know, community change for themselves, knowing that the president has the power to do what he's done.
I don't even think you have to go that deep. I think it just changed everybody, especially black folk. Like everybody's more informed than they were before Trump.
Would you also say that there's also charged like racist people?
Bro, they just bold. They just bolder.
So is that not a problem?
Fuck no. I'm glad they out here. I'm glad they revealed.
Not when people are like out here like literally dying. Like when you can have like
bro, was people dying before. The technology wasn't as good.
But like when you got protests going on, and then you can have an incident like that kid that came through and just shot people, like straight up shot people, and did not get charged. Like that's the kind of things that like happen under this regime. Like that's the kind of like things.
Okay, that's possible. That's possible.
Isn't that more possible with somebody like Donald Trump having the platform that he has?
I think you go have more outward racist white people
that will feel more empowered to do stuff like that.
Sure, but I also think not that that's good, of course, but I think it's just a product of the protests and the change that's going on in America actually working. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be resistance, obviously, but that is just, I guess, like that's what you're going to get along with the change that we're fighting for.
And you're saying it's necessary for someone like Trump to have the voice that he has?
No, I'm not saying it's necessary. I'm just saying that I don't think we should cancel anybody.
Well, a question: if it's not necessary, then why wouldn't you take that out of the equation? As dangerous as it is, like why wouldn't you get rid of that?
Because there's dangerous black folk that say shit too.
For sure.
But we're not calling for cancellation of them.
I'm not calling for cancellation of anybody. I'm saying,
well, except for Umar. Y'all hate Umar. I don't know why. Y'all hate my boy Umar.
You know
my man just trying to open a school.
You know why? No, I'm not canceling. But I'm saying, like, if we are determining who is too powerful and too irresponsible to have these giant platforms where they can influence such a mass amount of people, is it necessary to talk about who needs to be canceled or not?
I don't think you should cancel anybody.
I don't know.
That's where I'm at.
I don't think you should either, but at the same time,
I'm not out here going to advocate for R. Kelly or nothing, but
I'm so back and forth because I'm not for canceling people either. Because what is the line drawn on that? Like, that's gonna be so blurry.
The needle just keeps moving.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, like, it is incredibly enraging to see Donald Trump just literally interview after interview, just say whatever the fuck he wants to say, bro. And like,
man, get your shit off 45.
Like whatever he wants to say, and people are dying. Like it's.
But people were dying before.
But
they were just dying behind the scenes.
But like not because of these reasons. Not because of these reasons. Like the circumstances are completely different. I'm not saying like no one's gonna die if Donald Trump's not the president, but I'm saying like we're not gonna have a gross mishandling of the coronavirus like this if somebody like Donald Trump doesn't have the power that he has. We're not gonna have all these racists like feeling empowered to do the things that they do if somebody like him is not the president. Things like that, like, and I see it like actually affecting people's mental state. Like it's actually sickening people. Like I think people are becoming more and more mentally ill than ever because of the constant consumption of these things.
I don't know. I blame that on technology.
You just
I blame that on technology. Everything's so much more visible. So much more in your face.
So I mean, with that, do you think I put the question like, do you think the radical left and right are pretty much as harmful as one another claim to be? But more so, I would say, should anybody just be left or right? Like, should it be more and more people be independent? Which it seems like our generation is leading the charged on?
I mean, you should be. You should really just vote and have your stance based on what you believe,
Right.
instead of like your full faith going into a particular party.
Right.
But I think people should be independent. But I think people do that because people just used to picking a side.
I think because they had to find an
And
identity.
the two-party system, like,
Yeah,
it forces you in a way to pick a side.
that's the problem. And I think
I'm not saying it's not.
yeah, okay. I didn't mean to put that on you like that. Just reacted like that. I think that's the problem because I think it's an identity thing, man. I think because this country does not mold people to create their own identity for themselves, you kind of have to you're kind of put into these boxes as soon as you're born, depending on if you're poor, rich, black, white, whatever. You're kind of led down a certain pathway, and because of that, you're kind of told that your identity mirrors these things that you believed in, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Republican, whatever your profession is. So when you choose that, you then become that side. And like I was telling you in a personal conversation, once people pick a side, your job is then to defend your side no matter what.
Yeah.
So you can't even take accountability for the bullshit that your side be doing. Like your job is just to defend, because as soon as you concede that, oh yeah, you're right, we did fuck up in that, like, oh, now you done,
It's weakness.
Yeah, now
the party got a crack in it.
Like, now why you still with them and shit? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like our generation, that's why I brought up the third party thing on our last episode. Like, I feel like our generation, and definitely Gen Z, is just like, man, fuck left or right. Like, if you ain't doing right by us, we don't want it.
we gonna see how Biden, if he wins, we gonna see how he do.
Look, so if y'all ain't been keeping up, like, Biden is like killing it in these polls right now. Much like
Hillary was.
Yeah, much like Hillary was, as far as voting goes. But we already know that the electoral college is still a thing. I do foresee the electoral college being abolished in the future. I don't know if we'll be allowed to see it, but because it's such clear, not only is it outdated, but like it's so clear that this shit is just not, as far as a true democracy, which we're not, but as far as having a true democracy, like, these people are not obligated to vote according to our votes at all. So like I see us being like, no, fuck that. Like, why would we have that? Doesn't make any sense. And so, but now that since this is still a thing right now, like, God knows this man Trump already said he ain't leaving peacefully. He already setting himself up with the Supreme Court to, be able to fight any type of like losing this next election. So I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little worried. But at the same time, I'm hopeful. That's all you gonna say? So
Yeah, that's all I got. I ain't hopeful with neither one of them motherfuckers in office.
Some people say cancel them. Some people say don't. I don't know, y'all. We don't know. Anything else you want to speak on this about how much you love Trump and how much you want him to keep talking?
Hey man, just make sure you go vote and try and be an informed voter.
Please, yes.
Please be informed more than anything.
Check out our last episode with CC Battle, who just breaks down how politics work all the way down. I mean, it's like a little one-on-one, it's a little intro, but like, if you watch that episode, I promise you're gonna want to look into her more, because she was real informative. She was amazing, and that's the main thing. We just don't know how these things work, and we just gotta get them, like you said, be informed. Don't just vote. A lot of us don't even vote just because people tell us to vote. That's why half of us didn't show up at the last election. Right. So, yeah, get informed, get involved, and I would say just one last thing to reiterate what I said earlier. Just know that you do not have to pick a side. Like, you can fight for what's right for you and your community and not be Democrat, not be Republican. Just do what you want to do and just do the right thing, bro. Like, you don't have to be with either of these people because both of them crazy. So, next topic is why women hate men. That's right. Excuse me. I wanted to talk about, I think, speaking of cancel culture, I feel like toxic men are being called out left and right, which is wonderful. A lot of dudes that was getting away with a lot of fuck shit, they ain't being able to do it no more. That's celebrities and like people and just regular people, and I think that's wonderful. And everything every time you turn around on social media, if you have mostly liberal friends, you'll see some new dude getting dragged for filth because he did some fuck shit. I think that's great. But at the same time, I think with the whole radicalism thing, sometimes we kind of forget that men are still human beings, and that men do deal with a lot of pressures regarding like our masculinity. And so I just want to talk about like how we kind of define our masculinity, and if you've ever experienced like a woman purposely trying to, like, especially a woman that you love, purposely trying to cut you down by using your masculinity against you. And surprisingly enough, I had like some people on my post that said they did, but have you had any experience with that?
First of all, I'll say I define masculinity so far as being able to take care of family, always like appearing, I guess, strong in a way, never, I guess, wavering. So with that, it kind of leads to me closing off part of myself. You know what I mean?
What part of yourself?
The weaker parts.
Oh man.
But that's just how I am. Like that's just, and I don't even know if that's how like I grew up. It's just like it's like what you absorb from media and all this other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like my dad, he wasn't really there, so I can't say it was like I can't say it was passed down to me.
Mine either. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, somehow that's just what I've absorbed throughout the years. But I never really had a woman like do me like that. Like,
for real?
Yeah, like attack my masculinity in some form or fashion. Like, nah, just nah. And I'm glad I haven't, because my little feelings be tore up.
I was about to say I've had it happen at least. I had it happen once on purpose, and then once I think was by accident because of what she defined to be masculinity. And like that shit is, that shit is rough. I think the hardest thing about it is like,
you gonna tell people what happened?
I can tell people what happened. Long story short, like back when we was working at Slaves Club, me and Will working at Slaves Club, and like out here making chump change. I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and basically it was super simp, but paying all the bills and everything in her apartment and whatnot. Put the car in my name, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, you was out here, boy.
I was just
doing whatever for the cheeks.
Super strong. And I was basically just running my whole check, I was still living with my mom technically. Like I was going back and forth from my mom's house to her house. So I wasn't dying out here, but basically just giving her my whole check to just get what she needed. And it was one week that she needed rent. And I ain't have it. Like I had like $50 in my name. So I was just like, I ain't got it. And she was like, all right, don't worry about it. Like 2 hours later, she texted me talking about so-and-so gave me the money because he a real man.
Oh shit.
It was the most gross shit of all time. Of like, she said, I got the money. I said, oh, you heard that? She was like, yeah, so-and-so gave it to me, a real man. Of what the fuck she said? I can't remember what the fuck she said. And what was so crazy about it is I thought she mistyped. Like, I thought she typed something wrong in the text message. So I called her. I was like, hey, you accidentally like kind of said some wild shit. I didn't know what she was like, I said so-and-so, a real man, gave me the money to pay my rent. I was like, oh.
You put up the Arthur fist, like.
But I went off. And but another time was it was somebody I was involved with was kind of attaching my masculinity to how much I was willing to spend on her, and because I wasn't really willing to because after I got out of that shit,
he was like, no more.
Yeah, like she thought it wasn't very masculine of me to not want to just spend money just aimlessly on her. So it's like, it's a rough shit, man. It's a really rough feeling.
Not spending money is masculine to me.
That's the most masculine thing.
That's the most masculine thing I can do. Be cheap.
Did you see this whole thing with what's his name? Saweetie, the rapper?
Oh, the Birkin bag thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Do you feel like the men that was mad about it, it was like a whole like, because these rappers be talking shit. I want to make this a podcast after in the future, by the way. How rappers be talking shit about regular people being broke.
Yeah.
But we the ones be supporting them and shit. But anyway, do you feel like men was like feeling salty because they feel emasculated because they couldn't afford like a Birkin bag and shit?
I don't know, man. It seems so fucking petty. Like, I don't even know why, if you did get offended, or even if you agreed with her and you was a woman, like, this is not your lifestyle in the first place. Like, why, like why are you invested in what she's saying? Like, you'll never see chick that works at the telemarketing place, probably never see a Birkin bag in your life. You know, dude that makes 40 grand, you ain't never buying a Birkin bag. So like, these are rich people problems.
you think it's that we try to relate to, because we try to relate to these people, like we resonate with the music.
I don't relate to that shit.
We want to be that, and like it was like a reminder that you're not that, and that I'm gonna talk shit about you because you're not that. That's what it seemed like a reminder to dudes anyway.
Bro, nah.
You don't think it's that deep?
I approach that just like I approach these drug raps. Like it's not for me. It's not for me, but I can be entertained by it. Like that's about it.
Oh, but like men were like going in like. And I don't take the internet too seriously because you can just talk shit on the internet and get away with it.
I mean, was it that like they were like she was like, nah, that's fucked up, or like
niggas was like talking shit about women who expect that, and like it wasn't like a
don't worry, guy, you'll never meet that woman.
No, they were saying that the regular woman who agreed with it.
She does not believe that for real. She does not believe that for real.
I think it's, but it was a thing where like men, you know how they got to insult instead of being like, yo, I can't afford that. So if you look for that, don't look for me. They had to insult her, be like, why the fuck would I give you that? We ain't even married. Da, da, da. These y'all bitches always want some money and shit.
Oh, see, they ain't thought the P word.
Oh, you already know that was coming.
But no, I do know a couple chicks that like they expect to be
Flued out,
yeah.
You try to say
flued
it right.
Out I know, right? Flued out to places.
Yeah.
You know, like always expect money to be spent on them. Like I do know a few chicks like that.
Really?
But not this Birkin bag level. Like, and when I say that, like I mean like a decent amount of money, but not Birkin bag level.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do it. So I ain't the man for you.
You don't get carrying the Birkin bag?
Shit, no. not unless they got them shits in Marshalls.
That's the bumpkin bag is what that is. Yeah, and DJ Envy was like, bro, you can't even like. He's like, I don't know why people are mad because it's not like you can even walk in the store and buy a Birkin. Like apparently you got to buy some other shit and they get like a reservation. You got to get a reservation to get in the store in the first place.
Fight Club or some shit.
Mayweather's daughter was like, my dad got to go overseas to get Birkins because like you can't even get them like that in the States. I was like,
that's probably accurate. Probably accurate.
Like, I don't know, man. But you talked about earlier how you feel like you can't be your whole self. Like, what ways do you feel restricted by your, I guess, masculinity, the way you can't fully be like your whole being?
I don't know, man. Just being vulnerable. That's mainly it. You know, because for me, it's like if something's like really troubling me, or I feel down about something or whatever. Like if I approach you with it, like I feel like you're gonna mob me to death. Like,
no.
Oh, are you okay?
You don't like that?
No. Or in the past, you know, you bring up something that's like vulnerable about yourself, and so I guess to answer your original question, yeah, I have had somebody use it against me, but it was more so like she knew who I was. Like it wasn't just me. Like, oh, you're a piece of shit, motherfucker. Yeah, your dick ain't shit, motherfucker. You know. It was just like, you know how people like use things against you unintentionally in the midst of argument?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. That's almost even worse. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like, it's one thing if somebody's doing it on purpose and it's like, okay, you're just trying to hurt me right now.
Yeah.
But like, if somebody was just like, I mean, I know your dick is small, but I mean, like, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it, man. I just don't like being vulnerable. I don't like this shit.
But that shit is dope, though, man. Like,
no, I'm good. I'm good. I'll be vulnerable to God.
Do you actually like talk to God? Like almost like a...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I would love if you could do that with your... Like, I would love if people can do that with their family. Because I feel like I have that with most of my homegirls. It is some things that no matter what, you do feel like if I be all the way open, they might look at me sideways.
Yeah.
Or they might just look at you like you said, it's like when you know, it's like if you knew like a good friend of yours did something super scumbaggy at one point in their life and they told you about it, but it was like, I'm good now, like I'm changed, I'm reformed. Like if they do anything down the road that's like even remotely like that,
yeah,
oh, here this nigga go again to his old ways and shit. So it's like you be scared, like if I release this one part of me, she gonna think like I can't do this. Like I'm just weak in this one area. And you don't want her to think that, but at the same time, you should be able to be open. I don't know.
No, I'm straight. Straight, I'll repress my shit till I.
No, man, that's why we got heart attacks out here. No, man.
I repress my shit till I die.
That's trash, man. What's happening on here? All right, let's put gaslighting.
Oh, if y'all have any poster suggestions, by the way, let us know. Because we're still trying to figure these out. These are going to change a little bit on a show-to-show basis.
We might give them, well, see, this nigga, unprofessional, bro. We can't do nothing on this show.
Damn.
We can't do
Where are my chickens
nothing.
now?
So I think I wanted to just be like, how can we get men to be more open? But if you saying you ain't trying to do it, like it's kind of hard to give advice. Like, because I've been
therapy.
I was gonna say, yeah,
therapy.
You know me, I'm all about therapy. But like, how do we get? It seems like men are being more and more open now. Like I'm seeing more and more stuff about like men going to therapy, or like the whole. It's kind of corny. The whole like what's wrong, bro? Like the whole like little memes and shit. And it's like
the little man, little man circle.
Yeah. It's a bunch of niggas who all of them like always be dressed up and shit, or like super muscular. I see it happening, but at the same time, I see the biggest problem I see is like a lot of men, especially our age, are struggling due to circumstances out of our control, with the economy, with like things just not going the way that we were told they would go.
Mm-hmm.
With us not living up to the standard that we put on ourselves, I feel like because of how we saw like our dads and our dads' kind of take care of their family. Like I don't know too many dudes out here who's taking care of a whole family by themselves.
Like, we didn't see that.
So
we didn't see our dads take care of the family.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's true. Like that's so. But when you constantly hear, and this actually is the narrative that a lot of times comes from a woman that says like, I need my man to take care of me, or like I'm not going 50-50 with no dude. Like I get that's what you want. That's what you want. But like I just don't know a lot of people who's out here like holding down a whole household by themselves.
The way this world's set up right now, it's not designed for you to hold down a whole household by yourself.
So how do we get out of that? Like how do we stop putting these false expectations on ourselves and actually get somewhere healthy?
Hey, look, man, I ain't got the answer.
Yeah, you do, man. Somebody got that answer.
I mean, women going to college, so that'll help out, right?
That's something I'm trying to figure out. Like, women are, and not to make this about color, but Black women are leading statistically leading the charge in the entrepreneurship and college degrees. So I am wondering, like, what happens with us, with the majority of us, along those lines. Was it that women have historically been so oppressed that like now that they feel like they can do more things, that they going all the way in, and because we've kind of like been held to a higher standard, like we just kind of got relaxed, and then all this other fuck shit started coming in, so now we fell behind.
I think some of it has to do with the fact that society pushes men out of the house more than women, so we feel like we are required to make something of ourselves quicker. And with that, you put all these expectations on yourself, some which aren't realistic and some which will lead you down a less prosperous path. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that leads us to, getting a job right out of school, moving out ASAP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and I think it's broken down, a little bit more recently, probably since we were in high school or whatever. But historically, I think that's the case. So I think we're kind of put in a box where like you have to kind of define who you are a little earlier than women.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. I think that probably causes a lot of issues. So, but
damn, I can see that in terms of like, and then you put the family's like expectations on you as well.
Yeah.
To where like, I've been saying like we got to stop that whole like kicking your kids out of school. I mean not school, but out of the house.
Yeah.
Like ASAP. But yeah, when people are just constantly, I don't know. I guess the whole point of this conversation is just to understand that like, there's just so many ways that you're expected to show up in like everyday situations. As a man, like you expect to be like, if you're the only man in a room with a bunch of women, like you expected to, if something goes down, you expected to protect. If something like needs doing, you're expected to kind of jump at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If someone needs you to be, as a shoulder to lean on, you expect to be strong. and I see that a lot of men's toxic behavior towards women is often caused from the toxic things that we haven't endured on a regular basis, and we don't really have any part to direct that anger because we're taught to internalize it. So it just kind of comes out on our loved ones, and I don't know, man. I just like I said, therapy. It's the main thing I want to talk about. But yeah, man, I think it's all our topics for today. Everybody wants to cancel you for your defending of Donald Trump.
Y'all lost. Nobody should be canceled. That's what I'm saying.
I do want to say to Cola's comment. She said, I think it's easier for men to talk to a stranger than friends or significant other. I feel like most men are unable to even be open with their homeboys in fear of being judged. Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
I thought we got a pretty good squad of homeboys that we pretty sincere with, usually.
Yeah. Usually.
Yeah, man. I think that's about it. You want to get into thirst?
Yeah. So, thirst of the week. This lovely woman, lovely caked woman.
What?
I'm waiting on that to put it up. I'm trying to. I can't see it on this side.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah. So anyways, it's a lovely woman. Her name is Baha Yogi, Alex Kaufman. That's her Instagram, Baha Yogi. She is from the Bahamas. She's a yoga instructor, a travel guide for people who are traveling to the Bahamas. I've been following her for a couple years now. She's really dope. She holds classes, trying to teach people yoga. And again, she's caked up.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, she's really into protecting the environment, especially in the Bahamas.
Me too.
Yeah, so you can check out her Instagram. It's it's something. It's something.
It's a thing.
Yeah, check out her Instagram. She's really dope. She's pretty funny too. Whenever she posts things on her story.
Everything funny when you find.
I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Every joke you tell.
So yeah, man, check her out at Baha Yogi. She's also got a link tree in her bio where you can check out all the other things she's doing. 21-day self journey, upcoming events, and other stuff. So yeah, Baha Yogi, check her out.
Fine as hell. Thank y'all for checking us out at our first time in our new studio.
New studio. Jimi Hendrix, Still White People, Summer.
Costs $10,000 a month, but we're doing it. So please check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
But no, for real, we appreciate y'all just sticking with us all this time. We just trying to upgrade this thing one step at a time. So we love y'all, appreciate y'all, and we will catch y'all 2 weeks from now. I was almost saying next week.
2 weeks.
But check out the Patreon. We're gonna have bonus episodes where we'll finally get to the Fargo, hopefully.
It was Black Fargo, so I might actually do it.
It's Black Fargo. It's still quite white, but it's very black too. Yeah, Patreon, Facebook. I'm sorry. Patreon.com. I was looking at Facebook. I was trying to say Patreon.com/Facebook.
Patreon.com/cultivated ignorance. $5, $10, a whole bunch of different tiers.
All those things.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, man.
Check it out.
Y'all. Love y'all. See y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace. Are you good at that?
Stop. Or we just
We just chilling.
we just chilling here.
All right.
Glad I ain't pick no boogers in that.